I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. Hello, everybody. It's Cheryl from Cheryl's Organic Food Forest. It's been raining a lot lately, and I can't get outside and work in the food forest like I want to and clean up the place, but I can start some seeds inside. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm going to share with you in this episode today. So let's get started. One more thing before we get started, I want to share some of the winter tomatoes that I've grown in the greenhouse and share with you a small harvest and a taste test of two of the varieties. Hey guys, I did a taste test on the purple Russian tomato that I grew this winter and the green, what was that called? Emerald green. Both tomatoes are low acid tomatoes. Both of them are meaty, but the emerald green had a better taste. I cut the bad tomatoes first because they were the softest and the ripest. And I'm going to cut these up and batter them and freeze them in my food saver. But I want you to know that I did eat some of them and I love this one, the emerald green. The red Russian is okay, but it's not as tasty as the emerald green. Okay. Okay, gardeners, my most of my seedlings are up. For some reasons, the peppers and the tomatoes are going a little slow, but all of the beets, six packs have some germination going on. And so what I'm doing this morning is open the water bottle. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Okay. I'm watering my seedlings from the bottom. As you can see, I'm pouring the water in. I already have a lot of water, not a lot, but about 1/4 of an inch water. And I'm gonna let them sit here and absorb as much as they can. And you will know when it's enough because the top of the soil surface will be damp. I really don't have to water these two right here from the bottom. They could use a little sprinkle across the top. But I'm doing it anyway. And I see another tomato is coming up there. That's a beefsteak. Again, the peppers and the beef and the tomatoes are growing slower, or I should say germinating slower. But I'm not going to plant a lot of tomatoes this year because I have too many already in reserve. So, yeah, I don't need a lot. So it doesn't make sense to plant what you don't need. I'm planting enough to just give away for my senior citizen friends and to also have some fresh tomatoes because I don't need any salsa, juice, pasta sauce. I already said it, didn't I? Whole tomatoes. I have enough canned already. Okay. Most of you know that I grow all year round. If you're new to my channel, I'm currently growing tomatoes in the greenhouse. And I think I'll add a few pictures of my tomato harvest so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay. I'll come back a little bit later and show you how that water is going to absorb from the bottom. And let you see what it looks like. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes, and as you can see, the surface is damp. You can see the darker color. And I'm going to zoom in closer in the water. Let you look at the water at the bottom. Let me closer. Yeah. See, just a few drops still in here. I'm going to let it all of these 6-packs stay in here for another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to take a piece of paper towel and I'm going to wipe it dry because we don't want to have a dark, damp, warm, because it's on the heating mat. We don't want to give fungus the idea place, ideal place to multiply, because fungus, bacteria, pathogenic bacteria, non-pathogenic bacteria, all multiply when the conditions are exactly right. It'll multiply fast. I'm thinking of numbers when I said that. 2 would be 4, 4 would be 8 in just a matter of seconds. So yeah, and to give you an idea, let me share a little bit with you about my cosmetology background, because we had to teach sanitation and sterilization, chemistry, bacteriology. A lot of people think you just play with dummies, but no, you have to know a lot of theory. And on the head of a pen this size can contain, let me zoom out, that's better. Just the head of that pen can contain 5,000 germs. So you need to be real sanitary. Just want to give you an idea how fast bacteria can multiply. But these are looking better after they got a little drink of water. These are leaning over a little bit. They'll start getting a little bit more erect in the same way with these. And I noticed I have 3 tomatoes plant seeds germinating. There's one, that's the green tomato, and then here I think that's beefsteak. Yes, it is. And then I see barely moving. Coming to the surface is this one. It is the Jet Star. I like that tomato. And these Tiny Tim, Red Robins, and Black Cherries, I planted them a day late. So I'm thinking these will come up by Sunday. So I'll come back in a few days and make another video and share with you my progress. But I'm not going to plant any more seeds until these are up. All of them that that are going to germinate, because I didn't buy any seeds this year. I'm using old seeds. Okay, I'll be back. Good morning, gardeners. I'm in my grow room, and I just want to share with you that I was so happy about the golden beets, and sorry that I didn't grow enough, that I decided to start some more seeds of the golden beets. So all of these are golden beets. Right here, here, except for this one. This is a tomato, but only one of them have come up yet. And these are all golden beets. I'm going to try to grow these in the greenhouse. I don't know why I say I'm going to try. I'm going to be positive, and I'm going to grow these beets in the greenhouse. It only takes about 60 days for them from seed to harvest. But you know, things grow a little slower in the greenhouse, and I'm winding down with my tomatoes, so I think I'm going to just grow these and then let those garden beds rest. The tomatoes and the peppers are taking a little bit longer to germinate. I still have some of them over here up under this heating pad, but I took the dome off because I have some house plants that gnats got in. Even though I used the neem oil in my potting mix, that won't stop the gnats that are already in your home or whatever environment you're growing in. So I noticed that because the door is shut to the grow room and the lights are on in here, the gnats will try to come into this room. So I did a preventative strike by adding cinnamon to the top of my, you know what I'm trying to say, growing medium, so to prevent the gnats. So far, I don't see any. And that's not fungus, that's just a little white stuff in the potty mix. Got a lot of grow lights. I keep my grow lights about 2 inches from the plants so that they don't get leggy. Now, I know a lot of you all have different type of grow lights. Like this one, this is a more modern one. But I honestly don't see the difference in between those fancy grow lights and just your regular grow lights. And then too, I have my shop lights up here. I'm see if you can see that. I have them all up across here. Actually, up across all of these shelves in here. But anyway, Yeah, I hope I share something that you can use. Keep those grow lights if you're using the basic ones. Try to keep them about 2 inches from your plants. That'll harden them off and make them a little bit tougher than, you know, when you actually harden them off and move them outside. But these are going to go to the greenhouse the last of February. Everything that I grow by seed, I try to get it out to the greenhouse. That way I don't have to harden them off outside. It will just be done naturally from the light from the sun. Okay, that's it. I use purified drinking water, any type of distilled water. I take a nail and I put a couple holes right there in the top. And if I have to lightly miss the tops, I just do it just a little bit until the seeds come up. Once the seeds come up, then I water from the bottom. I'll take everything and put it in the tray, put water in here, and then let it absorb. And that also will keep the surface of your, you know, the surface of your plants. It'll keep it dry, and you'll have less fungus. I see just a little bit of fungus somewhere. I saw it. Here it is, right here. See that? It's not bad. I'll sprinkle a little bit more cinnamon on it. And that, like I said, did not come from the growing medium. That came from fungus gnats already in the house on my plants that I'm keeping in the house. For example, I have 2 soursop trees because they don't do well in the greenhouse. It's too humid and they would die. So they do better in the patio door off of my dining room. Okay, I'm going for real now. It's the one surviving fig tree cutting. I'm not an expert on fruit trees. I'm learning a lot. I don't consider myself an expert on anything, but I'm learning, and I might have took these branches out to root the wrong time of the year. I'm not really sure, but this one is surviving, and when I tug it just a little bit, I can feel the resistance from the roots. The other 2 that I attempted to root, they shriveled up, these 2, and died. So I'm going to be planting tomato seedlings in here. That looks like fungus, but it's not. I'll show it closer to you. It's just bark. Okay. If I have anything else to report, I'll be back. Hey guys, I want to show you something. This is my neem oil and water, and you see how it floats to the top. It's really heavy because oil and water doesn't mix. Well, I'm going to show you how I get this solution to solidify. I learned this during my days of working for a chemical manufacturer for hair products. So this is a natural product. This is sunflower lecithin. It's a powder. It's organic. And I'm going to add a little bit of this to this bottle. That's not BET. It's, trust me, it's neem oil and water. I got to change my labels. But anyway, I'm going to add a scoop, like this small end, and then I'll mix it up and I'll come back because I'm filming with one hand. Okay, so I shook this up pretty good, and as you can see, it has emulsified. There's a little of the powder right here in the hose, but it'll liquefy. So yeah, so it mixes up very good. And I bought this to use on a lot of my essential oils and waters that I use to deter insects in my you know what I'm trying to say, my food forests and my garden beds. And it really works well. So you don't have to keep shaking this neem oil and water up every time. You can also add a little dish soap. I use Blue Dawn, but it still will separate. But this powder that I purchased from Amazon.com works very well. Okay, another little gadget that's coming in the mail today. I ordered it yesterday from Amazon, and I'll share it with you when it comes in and I get it set up. But I can tell you about it now. It is a 3-zone thermostat that operates remotely. So I could be laying in bed, wake up in the middle of the night, and I can check the temperature in the front of the greenhouse, in the back of the greenhouse. And I think I'm going to put the 3rd zone by my patio door because I have my soursops growing in that area because they don't do well with high humidity in the greenhouse. So they will be staying inside all winter. So yeah, when I get that delivery from Amazon, I'll set it all up and then I'll demonstrate it to you. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. So yeah, my seeds are doing really well. I'm kind of getting antsy. I want to start some more seeds, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to wait for another week to get these off to a good start. If I feel like it, if I just got to get my hands in some seed starting mix, I may start a whole tray of 72 sales of marigolds. Some of them I will put two to a sale because I need at least 100 marigolds throughout the food forest. They work very well for me. Okay, I'll be back. I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. Wow, look at my Gala apple tree, guys. I am concerned. I hope we don't get a really hard freeze because the flowers are so beautiful and indicates that we're going to have the potential of having a really good harvest. So I just have to think positively and sing in the rain.
The end.